Welcome in to this edition as we break down Super Bowl 60. Great performance by the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to get into it, what to make of the matchup, what really stood out when looking at the tape. That is the topic today. A reminder, though, hit that subscribe button if you would. Our podcast is free. Appreciate it if you'd help us grow. It's free to subscribe. So hit that subscribe button if you would and help us grow. So congratulations, really, to both teams. I mean, I thought New England had a great season, won more games than I thought they would. I thought they might win maybe at best 8 or 9 games this year, making it all the way to the Super Bowl. And yes, they had a favorable schedule, but an impressive performance making it all the way. Seattle, as we talked about in our preview show, just better, that much better team. Two great defensive teams. I thought it was a great game. I know a lot of maybe casual fans watching it probably didn't think so because there wasn't enough offense for them. But I thought the difference was the base pressure that Seattle was able to put against New England. Just New England could not block it, and they had no answer really. And I didn't think they did a very good job of helping out Drake May. They couldn't protect him a whole lot. He just threw one screen all night. Thought that should have been a little bit more into the game plan. He was rolled out of the pocket once all game and was asked to operate from a straight drop back 44 times. Play action showed up on only 6 of 53 dropbacks. I thought those were things that they didn't do to help him out from a game plan standpoint. And that's on Josh McDaniels. Would it have made a difference in the outcome of the game? I don't think so. I think Seattle would have won the game. I just think from a coaching standpoint, those are some things that stood out to me that would have given them a better chance. On the other side, I think Seattle getting good play by Kenneth Walker. And look, I thought the defense was the MVP of the game. No question about it. Certainly, obviously, a great job making kicks. Kenneth Walker was the difference on offense, getting field position, flipping the field a little bit for Seattle. Certainly some mistakes by New England and gave some cheap points to Seattle. But Kenneth Walker being able to get some yards. He had 135 of Seattle's 335 total net yards on 27 carries, and 7 of those moved the chains. He forced 8 missed tackles, averaged 3.3 yards after contact. New England hadn't allowed a rusher to top 128 yards in the game since Week 18 of the 23 season. So Walker getting it done at the biggest stage was huge. Really, really impressive. I thought from the opening drive, Seattle overwhelmed New England's Drake May. They didn't let him breathe. 7 sacks, 2 interceptions, a forced fumble that told the story. But the pressure getting hit over and over and over and over really mounted up and created, I think, a lot of hurried movements. One of the things we talked about going into the game was that you got to get the ball out of the hands of Drake May quickly, force that decision quickly. And boy, did Seattle do that, and they did it very well. And it was really the crux of the Patriots' problems. They did not have any answers for that pressure. And I thought the shell coverage, for in short understanding, rudimentary understanding, what makes Seattle's defense so good. Well, they're very talented up front. But the fact that they can get 4- and 5-man pressures, they pay basically a nickel with a safety as a linebacker, and they play a shell defense. So you can't really throw deep because they stay in that shell, because they don't have to bring that guy into the box to defend the run because they defend it so well up front. There were no rush lanes to be had. They set the edge in the run game very well. Their run fits were very good. There's no place to go. It was huge for them. In Seattle, it wasn't like they had an offensive juggernaut. It's not like the Patriots defense couldn't handle Seattle. Not the case at all. I mean, they gave them a lot of trouble. But Walker, as I mentioned, did get some plays, and they got field position, and they got field goals. Now, what was New England thinking? I mean, I think at 3-0, 6-0, 9-0, 12-0 into the third quarter, they still could work their game plan. But then once we got a little bit deeper and it got 19, then you saw New England become really aggressive, and because they had to. Yes, they did make some plays, but when you're over aggressive, you either going to make some plays to get back in and get further behind. Well, they did both. They got back in it, if you want to call it that, got a little bit closer, and then the mistakes just kind of blew the game away. And I thought it was a dominant performance. I never felt at any point that New England had a chance to win the game unless Seattle made a bunch of mistakes. And I thought the difference, Sam Darnold did in his mind, people say, well, he didn't play great. I thought he was outstanding, and I'm going to tell you why. Playing good play, getting good play from the quarterback position is not always about throwing for 350, 400 yards. It's about protecting the football, and that's what he did. Well, he had a couple of throws in there. There were about 2 or 3 turnover-worthy throws. Got away with it, but for the most part, protected the football, played smart, and he didn't give New England any life with his play, with his mistakes. So I thought it was in allowing the defense to win. Both brought pressure defensively, but the results were different. Both defenses got the pressure, and it may show up on the stat sheet similar, but, man, May was pressured on 14 of his 53 dropbacks, 26%. Darnold faced pressure on 15 of his 40, 37%. But the difference was, technically New England got home more often, but Seattle handled those moments better. Darnold was able to get 13 throws off on his pressure dropbacks, completing 5 for 56 yards, and his lone touchdown of the night. He did take 1 sack. He moved the chains 4 additional times. So the difference was how Sam Darnold handled the pressure versus Drake May. It's a lot different. Darnold's experience started to play out. May's performance under pressure just was not really good. He attempted 6 passes, completing 2 for 39 yards with an interception under pressure. Took 6 sacks under pressure. He had, a turnover-worthy play, the interception, moved the chains 3 times, had 2 additional scrambles. We told you that he wasn't going to make a lot of big plays with his legs in this game due to the proclivity of playing zone coverage that Seattle makes. The quarterbacks are out on their eyes to him. New England didn't do anything to really help Drake May either. The offensive line, the left side of the offensive line of the Patriots were awful, abysmal. They just could not protect at all, and it's not easy. But again, you throw in the fact that you didn't do a whole lot to move the pocket or get the ball out in screen game to alleviate that. Look, I understand that, people have talked maybe they should have spread them out a little bit more. The problem with spreading out more is it isolates the left side of the Patriots offensive line. That just was a mess. I mean, they couldn't do anything. It was a really tough night for them. I thought the guy that played the best for New England without question was Christian Gonzalez. I thought he kept the Patriots in the game. I mean, without his play, I think Seattle gets a couple of touchdowns that replace those field goals. So I think we're talking maybe another 8-point separating in the first half at least. So I just think that he played well, kept them in the game, but in the end, they just couldn't get anything done. Like both of these teams going forward, Seattle's got a whole lot of guys to re-sign, so we'll keep you up to date on everything. By the way, just mentioned to you, football season, while it is over from a game standpoint, you want to keep it right here. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to break down for you all the team needs, team by team. We'll take you through free agency, the draft, like no one else can. So hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you joining us. Talk to you again next time, everybody.